I want to go over the MP5K. It has now replaced the M4 in my books. Now my testing is going to be a little different. I want to test the aim down sights versus the third person aiming and a couple other firing patterns. So here I'm testing the half versus the thumb grip. Now the thumb grip did great, but the half grip did just a little bit better. Now I'm going to test the half versus the angled. Now on this one, I feel like the half really outdid the angled, but that's not what the angled's really meant for. So in this, I'm going to test the vertical versus the thumb. We'll do the vertical first. So now I'm going to do the thumb next. So to me, it looks like the vertical did better than the thumb. So I'm going to do vertical versus the light. So the vertical pulls a little to the left with the red dot, but it still looks better than the light. So now I want to test the half versus the light. So the half is definitely a winner over the light. So what does that mean? Is the half going to be better than the vertical? That's going to be the test. I'm going to start with the half. Aim down the sight, third person aim. Now switch to the vertical, aim down sight, third person aim. Let's see how this compares. Now, aim down sight, I'd say I'd give that to vertical. When it comes to the third person aiming, I feel like that's kind of a tie between these two. But no one really shoots like this, so let's test burst mode. I'm going to test the compensator versus suppressor. Can I use a suppressor? Because I'm not going to go full auto that often, unless it's an emergency. So how will this do? How will this fare? Let's go take a look. Now, the compensator definitely keeps it tighter. That suppressor, that's not bad. I could live with that. Now I'm going to test all of the grips in burst mode. First, we're going to start with the half. Now the vertical. Next, the thumb. Now the light. And then finally, angled. That vertical and that angled are pretty tight. That vertical is really tight, but really, if you look at all those are all tight patterns. There's no real loser in that. The only loser in that is going to be the guy at the end of your gun. So Fowl and I have decided to do the ultimate test to see, is this MP5K worth hanging on to? I know he's using a Uzi here, but we're about to get the MP5K. So the ultimate test is, can you, using this gun, can a person carry scuba to a chicken dinner? If you can, then you got a good gun. And we're not exactly sure what this guy was thinking. But, I don't know. Here's an easy MP5K kill. Trying to shoot him in the arm or leg so I can save his body armor. And yes, you did see that correctly. I am using two MP5Ks because if you're going to do a test, you need to know what all it can do. So one is my short range and one is my long range. So we're going to test long range first. So does this gun work as a sniper? No, it doesn't. But I'm never one to follow the rules anyways. Do get the guy knocked, and Fowl pops him so he can't be rezzed. So we're going to cut over to Fowl's point of view. We're both going to rush. I'm rushing left. He's rushing right. And a molly always distracts some people if they're trying to res another person. Now here we go. Teamwork makes the dream work. So 2 MP5Ks coming from 2 different directions. Yeah, that team is wiped out and no more. We like it, so accurate. You can see I don't have all the attachments that I need yet for my MP5Ks, but I'm working on it. Trying to get these guys to help me out some. So our group has found this team. We've got ahead of them. They were leaving the buildings late, waiting for the circle to push them out, and I hate it. Hate doing that because there's always a team who's in the circle waiting for you, and that's what we're doing to them. So I'm blocking their entrance or their exit with the fire, and then I want to move over here and wait for them to jump over the wall and MP5K them to death. Fowl and I played so much, we almost know what the other one's going to do. Fowl came up behind me, and while I was reloading, he took over. He is good at tracking people as they're running full speed. And that MP5K helps him track them even better. So as he falls back, I step forward and take over until he is knocked. And then we all try to come back and try to save him. And Scuba, this was actually pretty funny. He smoked a rock. We said Fowl's out of tree, but he smoked a rock. So we ended up getting Fowl up, believe it or not, while he was being sniped at. And we go to snipe the guys who were sniping us. So I'm trying to take some random shots in that smoke. Just shoot. See if I can get a knock. Now Fowl does get a knock, so I just want to put some fire on these guys. I do not want that guy to get into the smoke. And I could help Fowl finish him off. So now, instead of pushing this way to the right, I am begging the team, let's go left, let's go the other way. Push this other direction. And I did see a guy on top of this little shack. You're gonna see me look at him, I believe. So that guy worried me the most. I knew he could get us as we were trying to run up there. Fowl's going to push left, so I'm going to try and give him a little bit of cover fire. He throws his own smoke. And he sees this guy. That was really a gutsy move. So he steps inside to get a first aid off. Well, the rest of us have joined in behind him. We're all kind of pushing at the exact same time. MP5K. Scoop's going to finish him. This guy's looking at me, but when I take that hit, I wondered just a little bit, did Scuba shoot me in the back? I don't know, you let me know what you think. So, Fowl ran out of that building and mopped up those 2 guys. Very nice. And Scuba has pretty much set himself on fire. Yep, that happened. So we've lost 2 teammates. Scuba finishes himself with fire. Fowl and I are converging on the last guy. Fowl steps out, just peeks around cover, and finishes him off with his laser sight MP5K for the chicken dinner. So that answers the question. Can you get a chicken dinner while carrying Scuba to that chicken dinner, and he sets himself on fire with scuba juice? That's a yes. So you know what? In my books, MP5K rocks.